Hey, Myles here at Tactical Hyve. It's another Thursday, so we're going to be covering live fire exercises on how to shoot a pistol accurately. Specifically, we're going to work on exercises that gel everything we've covered in this series thus far. Monday, we covered some dry fire exercises that will allow you to work on everything. And today, it's going to be really simple. You'll see these exercises are going to allow you to work on everything that we've covered. And that's because we're focusing on a very specific skill. That is to present your pistol, take single shots accurately. And what we're going to do, this drill, it's called a walk back drill, it's a modified walk back drill, is going to allow you to see also where you break down. So live fire exercise is going to require that you have a target, and it can be any type of target really, paper target, steel target. I'm just using steel because that's what we have, and it's going to be easier for demonstration purposes. And you're going to start off at a distance where it's relatively easy for you, and this is going to allow you to warm up. And you're going to work on what we did with dry fire in the sense that when I present my pistol with live ammo, I want to break the shot as soon as my sights are on target. I don't want to wait very long. It doesn't mean you have to go quickly, okay? You can go smoothly and then break the shot. So you can start off smoothly, but then ultimately I want you to work on speed. But the speed can wait until you're very confident and comfortable. So once again, we are going to present. You can do this smoothly, but don't let your gun wait for you. I want you to break that shot immediately. In order to be successful with this, you're going to have to remember everything. Prep your trigger, keep your gun steady. Don't add sympathetic movement. Don't anticipate the recoil. If there is movement in your sights because you don't have a steady platform or for whatever reason, you need to time it. Have that visual patience and time it for when your red dot or your iron sights are on target. So this is how it's going to work. Right now I am going to load my P365 and I'm at about 7 yards here. And I will start off slow here because I want to talk this out and how everything works. Okay, so I'm at 7 yards. If you need to start at 3 yards, then start at 3 yards. Okay, whatever is going to be pretty consistent for you, and you can get your targets just to warm up. So here, I'll just explain this rep. What I would do here, I'm in my compressed ready position. I begin to push out, I prep my trigger, and I'm gonna stop here, even though I said don't stop, but just to explain things. But I prep my trigger and I make sure my sights are on target, and then I'm gonna break the shot, but I do not pin my trigger. I'm gonna break the shot, then reset and prep. So I'm ready to take another shot, okay? And what I want to do is this. So based on your skill level, you're going to choose, whatever type of target you want to hit. And let's say the target was a 6-inch circle, okay? As long as you're in that 6-inch circle, then you're good, all right? If you have shots outside of that 6-inch circle, then you may want to stay in that specific distance, right? Until you get more accurate shots. But the idea here is that you're going to take 10 shots at each distance, and if they're within that target zone that you've designated, okay, good. Now move back, all right? And I'd like you to use, you can use a 6-inch circle, maybe even an 8-inch circle at least, or a defined target zone that's not too big. You don't want a full silhouette, okay? But 6 inches, 8-inch circle, that would be good. So let's do this one again. I'm going to do this smoothly here without talking. I'm going to break my shot as soon as my sights are there. I'm prepped, ready to go. And let's say I do that 10 times. Now we're going to move back. Okay, so I'm going to move back a few yards, and then I'm going to talk about this again and then kind of explain what you would do. So I've moved back to this is about 18 yards, give or take. And I moved here specifically because this is about the range on my P365 where I have to have more patience to break my shot. I need to see my sights a little bit more, particularly with iron sights. And I'm doing this on purpose, right? Now, the reason is because I want you to find, if you're successful, what I would do is this. I would start at, let's say you start off at 3 yards, hit 10 in a row, move to 4, shoot 10, move to 5, shoot 10, move 6 yards, shoot 10. And if you keep on hitting those 10 shots, there's no time limit here, but you're doing very well. And you want to reach that distance where you begin to see yourself slowing down down or you need more time to see your sights. And that is where you're going, a lot of the learning and a lot of the mistakes are going to happen, where you're slowing down. A lot of, you're going to have to start to really work on your technique and practice more to make things successful at that distance. So I want you to find where that is, because that's where a lot of learning is going to happen. That's where you're going to see a lot of deficiencies. So let me give an example here. I'm going to get my sights on target here. I'm going to reverse and I'm going to present, and I missed, right? So that is, like I said, this is the point where for me, once I push out, so I'm trying to take the shot once I push out. For me, at about 18 yards, it gets a little difficult. I'm going to do this again, trying to go fast. Okay, remember what we talked about? We don't want the gun waiting for us. If our gun is on, our sights are there, we want to break the shot. So I'm going to try this again here. Got my sights aligned here. So I still missed. So for me, I'm now going to do it at the real speed where I need to slow it down a little bit or get more visual information. So I'm here, I get more visual information, now I hit. So it wasn't that long. It wasn't that long, maybe a quarter second that it took to actually make sure my sights are aligned, but that's going to be natural. That absolutely is going to happen. The further you go, you're going to have to make sure, particularly your iron sight shooters, you're going to need to make sure your sights are aligned and then you can hit that shot. But this is where you begin to do a lot of learning and kind of understanding where your limits are, right? But this is getting ahead of ourselves here. This is once again, as you progress, okay? Now, for me, the point is about 18 yards. For you, with your gun, and if it happens to be 5 yards, so be it. You're learning. No problem at all. In due time, you're gonna work your way up to 18 yards, 20 yards where you can immediately do that. While we're here, I'm gonna just try it again. I'm gonna try to do this quickly here without my gun waiting for me and without me taking a lot more time to ensure my sights are aligned. I'm still missing, right? So I can't do it. Do I feel bad? No. This just means this is the limit, right, for me right now. So I want you guys to do this live fire exercise. It's extremely simple, but the power in this is if you are now slowing down. So imagine I can't take that shot quickly the way we did moving up, but all it took was me to slow it down for just a little bit, a quarter of a second, and I was able to get the shots. So now imagine the more distance you have, you technically should have more time on your hands. Distance is your friend in any kind of conflict, right? So if you have more distance, you're behind cover, for example, you will have a little bit more time to aim, okay? But this is a great drill to begin to work on everything that we've covered thus far in this series. We're just taking single shots. The idea is to have a steady platform, take single shots with your sights on target without disturbing the sights. And that requires you to not anticipate, not have sympathetic movement, moving just your trigger finger and ensuring that your trigger is prepped. And if you do all of those things, that's going to allow you to have accurate shots. That wraps up our recap on our series thus far on how to shoot a pistol accurately. So we covered a lot of material thus far. You have all the references below and the videos that I gave you this week. But go over everything. This will allow you to have everything gel. And so you're building it into your muscle memory, so to speak, okay? So make sure to give it a try. We will continue our series next week where we begin to start working on principles or tips and tricks with the draw, and we're gonna work our way up from there. So hope you guys like this video and hope you guys like the series. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe.